Hi everyone, this is Sharon from Sharon's Scrappy Space, and I wanted to show you a mini scrapbook album that I've made. I got inspiration from Griffith. She did something that was very similar to this, but I've added some extra embellishments and pages and such, and put mine together just a little bit differently than she did. But she did inspire me, and I want to thank you for your awesome inspiration and all your hard work that you've done on your videos. I'm a big fan of yours, Don. First of all, this is the outside. And I've used Night of Navy, Soft Suede, Baja Breeze, Presto Patterns, Designer Series paper, and Very Vanilla. And I've used this combination consistently throughout this album. So most of my pages are all basically the same. I made a base and I worked off of that for each of the pages. Now I did use some pearls and some filigree and brads. I used a beautiful butterfly big shot die. I used the beautiful wings embosslet folder, and on here I use the soft suede ink. So you can see my book here, how all the pages are basically the same. My base is the Old Navy for the whole book, then Baja Breeze, and then the Presto Patterns. And would you be able to see if you can see the lettering on there? The Presto Patterns has embossed images on that pattern, and you can just ink it, and it can become any color that you want it to be. So here I've used the decorative label punch and the bird punch. Here's another idea I got from another Stampin' Up demonstrator. Her name's Jill Olson, and she did a card on YouTube, and it had some of these same elements in it, and I thought I liked that a lot, and I decided to incorporate her elements into my mini scrapbook. And the soft suede and all the 4 blocks and the flowers were all put together and then ran through the lattice square embossing folder. So it gives it a really interesting texture. It almost looks like it's all just one piece of paper. And I made a little flip up so I can put journaling or pictures on both of these. And this is the fine filigree stamp I used on many of the backgrounds of the Very Vanilla that you'll see throughout this book. Now, this side here is a little accordion, and I use the scallop squares die to get these scallop squares. This is a Build-A-Brad, and throughout this album you'll see some stamped images, and I use the Vintage Vogue as the stamp set. And you can see it has an accordion fold, so there's plenty of places to put pictures. And these are some more of the flowers that was used over on this page. This is a new punch, and that's how I made these flowers. It just came out in the summer mini catalog, and you can see there's 3 different types of flowers that you can make using this punch, and that's where I got my flowers, and then also my corners. Here's another 2 pages. This one here, I embossed the butterflies into the soft suede with the perfect polka dots embossing folder, and use some Very Vanilla satin ribbon. This side here I use the boho blossom punch to punch these out, And this is stamped with the Punch Potpourri, and it is on the newsprint designer series paper. And I use the top note die here as a way to make a base for a picture. Now on this side, I use the Fun Flower die, and I used a button, and also the little butterfly is from the Embosslet Beautiful Wings. And you can see I stamped some flowers and stuff here. Now, Dawn did not have these 2 pages at all, so that's a big difference between her design and mine. And also, she had envelopes back here, but hers were stacked directly on top of each other and adhered, and it kind of made an accordion type of album. Mine is a flip album, and I've got a tag in each of the envelopes. So this is how it folds together, and then it just slides under like this. And I use some sticky strip to attach it here, and Brad is holding the cover shut. So that's how what I did to make mine, and I wanted to show you how to make one yourself. Now, I'm not going to use the same closure as she did on that album. I'm going to use ribbon instead. You're going to need 3 pieces of vanilla cardstock, or any color that you choose for your tags. This is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. There's 3 of them. I've got 3 envelopes, and 2 of them I've already cut. I wanted to show you how I cut these. I opened it up and laid it in here, and I set it at 4 3/4, and then I cut. And that gives me a little lip here. So that's how I cut my envelopes. Now I use the round tab punch, and I punched out 3 tabs. This is the pattern designer series stack, but anyway, it comes in a tablet. It's got all the neutral colors and different combinations, and I've got all the polka dots. Now you'll need 2 pieces that are 6 by 6 and scored at 1 inch. Now Dawn scored hers at 3/4 of an inch, but I found making that album that it's gotten pretty thick because I've got lots of layers and all. So if you're going to use dimensional type of embellishments, you want it to be a little thicker. So I'd go with the 1 inch. Otherwise, you could do a 3/4 inch. Okay. Then I've got just a regular 6 by 6 piece of. I've got 2 pieces. I went ahead and made them different colors because I wanted you to be able to see how I put these together. Okay, now I've scored these. This is 6 by 12. I scored it at 6 inches and 7 inches. And I'm just going to go ahead and fold my score lines, thinking that might help you to be able to see just a little bit better. I would recommend too, for the base of your album, to use cardstock, because the designer series paper is not as thick as the cardstock, and you know, I would use the cardstock for the base, and I would use this for decorating the album. Okay, so another recommendation I have for you is to use sticky strip. This is sticky strip. But for demonstration purposes, I am going to use my snail. And it's just so it'll go a little bit faster. Now, the way this book is going to go together, I've got a 6-inch side here, okay? And my 6-inch side is over here. This is my 5-inch side. I'm going to place my 5-inch on top of the 6-inch like that. I'm going to just go ahead and turn it over this way. This is my scored line right here. So what I want to do is line this up as straight as possible. And there's the inside of our book. Okay. Next, we're going to we'll go ahead and put this 6x6 piece in. So it'll kind of cover. Here's the scored line, and we're just going to go ahead and cover that with a 6x6 piece of paper. Still kind of hard to see those score lines. Alright, so there's a scored line here and a scored line here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and now we're going to put these two right here. Okay, so we've got our book together, and it's going to fold over like this. Oops. And then like this, then like this, and then like this. So, next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in our envelopes. Now I'm going to use some smell adhesive. I would use a sticky strip. And I just try and place it to where it's got a nice little border all the way around. And I'm just going to stagger this like so. And the third one will go like so. Okay? So it gives us a nice little border all the way around. Now we're going to put our tabs on, our tags. And you can put more than one tag in if you want to. But it'll get pretty thick. That's why you want your cards to be a little bit smaller. And when you put your tab on, you want to make sure that it's below this scored line in the envelope. Otherwise, that's going to get caught up on it. So, okay. So, and there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this ribbon on. I want to make sure I've got the right amount of length here. And I'm going to put a little bit of snell on it to hold it in place. And you want to do this before you put anything on your front cover. It helps to have these polka dots on to line up your ribbon. Alright. And then you just tie a bow here. Like so. And there you have it. how you make the basis of your mini scrapbook. And there's the one that I've done, and here's the sample. I've also done one in the Simply Scrapping kit that's in the Summer Mini. I'll show this one to you real quick too. This is just all flat embellishment, so I actually did this one at 3/4 of an inch, and I think this one will be fine that way. And I put some more tabs in these. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. And I actually have a 4th envelope on this one. So, I hope you enjoy the video. Check out my website for more ideas and tips on using Stampin' Up! Products. And I would absolutely love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you and have a great day.